Molly from Kingdom Recommends, and I'm here today with James, the resident bartender at the Suburbs, who's kindly created for us our Valentine's Day cocktail, which is called, James?
Lying Next to You.
So today we're just going to have a bit of a question and answer session about the cocktail, just to learn a bit more for you to be able to recreate this at home. So James, you can firstly tell us a bit about how to make the cocktail, the ingredients in it, and kind of how to do the process of creating this.
So I started this cocktail with a fizz in mind, so that's any kind of drink that's lengthened with like a sparkling wine or a soda. They're nice long drinks. It's the kind of thing you can enjoy with someone else. A couple of these in the fireplace, Valentine's Day, really nice and relaxed. So we started off with a base of Kingdom's London Dry, which is a really great modern style of dry gin. It's got a nice amount of pink grapefruit in there, so that's our base. We've added a little bit of sloe gin to that as well, all equal parts, 25 mils to 25 mils, so that adds the juniper berries to it, and the sloe berries as well. We then follow up with a bit of raspberry liqueur. So you've got quite a broad amount of spirits in there, adds quite a lot of sweetness to it. So to counteract that, we put a little bit of lemon in there, and a little bit of sugar syrup too, and I like to use an egg white. So the egg white just binds the ingredients together, gives a really nice frothy head. You don't have to use egg white, you can use like Fabo or just take it out entirely if it's up to you really. And that's the concept. It's got a nice sugar rim behind it, and a strawberry for garnish.
And it is lovely. You can see here that I've enjoyed quite a lot of the cocktail anyway.
I'm quite proud of this one.
But no, I love how, as you mentioned, it is sweet, but there is also that element of bitterness which really balances the taste out.
Yeah, it's the power of the gin behind that as well, which is nice, because it is they're all great gins, but they're really nice as kind of base for cocktails too, because they really shine through, I think.
Definitely, and I think you mentioned to me earlier that you can kind of substitute out the London Dry. You can try this with the ginger spice gin as well, for example, if you wanted to give it a bit of warmer
or the
flavour.
orange and nutmeg, it's really up to you. So the other two are a lot stronger in alcohol. So the ABV goes from 37% to 57%. Obviously that's quite a big kick, but what that'll do as well is that strength from the alcohol, because you're diluting it anyway, will really push the gin to a whole new level. It'll make it very strong, push it out there, and make it a more complex drink.
I suppose it depends how much you like your partner as well with the alcohol content.
A couple of those and even I'd be on the back.
As well then, could you just tell us a bit more, what kind of equipment do you need at home? I know that sometimes people find it intimidating, you see all these bartenders doing crazy tricks and impressive things. Do you necessarily need all of the equipment at home, or can you do this with kind of household items?
You don't need any of it really. So when I was making the drink, obviously behind a bar, we use a shaking tin, a strainer and a jigger, so we got all of our ingredients, the right measurement, and it all works well together. But if you're just at home and you haven't got access to any of those, honestly, just a sealed jar, a container, something you can put the liquid in and give it a really good shape with your ice, that'll be absolutely fine. And measurements as well are also a doctor's interpretation. So we make it with 25 of each spirit, and the liqueurs, and then 15 for the sugar syrup and the lemon. So that makes it easier for us to remember, but also keeps everything balanced. But if you want more gin, add more gin. You want more sloe berries, add more sloe gin, more sour, add more lemon. It's entirely up to you. It's down to the interpretation of the individual making the drink, which is nice as well.
It is always nice to it's like with cooking and baking,
Yeah,
it's the same process.
Yeah, you can make it far more personal, and if it's a person you love prefers orange and nutmeg, add that in, make it yours.
Brilliant. And also, just another quick question. I know myself that I really enjoy the sugar rim on this drink. How do you go about doing that at home? Because I know that I've tried this before and made a right mess in the kitchen worktop. So.
Yeah, sugar rims are always a favourite. So the way I do it is I use the sugar syrup I mentioned earlier, which is just equal parts sugar to water. That makes a really nice thick syrup. So just dip the tip of the glass in the syrup, get rid of the excess, dip the tip again in some fresh sugar, and take it out, shake it off, get rid of the excess, and have a nice, perfect sugar rim every time. But you don't even have to use sugar. You could use hundreds of thousands, dip dabs, what's it? Powder, sherbet, that's the one. Anything at all, I think you can get your hands on that's got the same kind of consistency, you'll be fine.
Anything sweet. Well, thank you. I mean, we'd love to see people recreate this at home, so make sure that you do tag us in your creations. And also, just remember that you can get these gins online at www.kingdomrecommends.co.uk. We do have a few discount codes running at the moment until the 12th of February. I think one of them is 10 off Insta, and that will give you 10% off any of our products. But thank you very much, James. It's been lovely to chat to you today.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.
And let's enjoy a few more cocktails.
Cheers.
Cheers.